Google just made its biggest change to search in the last 25 years. And if you're a home contractor, plumbing, electrician, HVAC, landscaping, etc., this is going to completely change how customers find you online. And most contractors, most home service businesses have no idea this is happening right now. I'm going to break down what Google announced at Google I/O 2026, what it means, how it impacts your local business, and then the 3 things you need to be doing right now to adjust to this change so you can stay ahead of your competitors. My name's Steven. I run EnduranceDigital.net. We're an SEO agency for home service businesses. Let's get right into it. Here's the first thing that Google announced at their conference. They're rolling out AI agents directly into Google Search. Google launched information agents inside Search. AI agents that run 24/7 in the background, scanning the web constantly and pushing personalized results to users the moment something relevant changes. So what does this mean for you? Well, instead of your customer searching up something like remodelers near me, Google's AI agents will now know that you are interested in remodeling and will scan the web and then notify you when they find a good fit for you. So they're doing the searching on your behalf essentially now. This is of course completely different than how search has worked in the last 25 years. So here's some numbers to show you how serious this actually is. AI mode in Google Search now has over 1 billion monthly users. Queries are more than doubling every quarter. So people are not searching less because of AI, they're actually searching more. But the way those searches happen has fundamentally changed. So the question isn't whether this impacts your business or not. The question is, does your website and Google Business Profile show up in the new system or does it get skipped entirely? That's the first shift, and obviously it is a major one, but there's a couple more that you need to be aware of before I get into this. So let's take a look at them. The new search box. Google announced the biggest redesign of the search box in over 25 years. The new box expands dynamically as you type and accepts text, images, files, videos, and even open Chrome tabs as inputs. It's built to handle long conversational questions, not just short keyword searches. So what does this mean for you? People are going to be typing in less searches like HVAC repair near me, and it's going to look something more like my furnace is broken, this is the error code, how much does a furnace replacement cost, I'm in North Vancouver. It's going to be much more longer conversational searches and prompts. The days of optimizing for short tail keywords are almost completely gone, and your content now needs to speak in full sentences in a conversational tone with full intent behind it. I'll get into what I mean by that in a sec, but let's take a look at the next change. AI booking inside of Search. Google has expanded AI-powered booking inside of Search, so you can tell Search your specific criteria like find a private room for a team dinner for 8 people on Friday night, and Search pulls together pricing, availability, and direct booking links automatically. For home services and beauty businesses, Google's agents will now literally call businesses on your behalf to check availability. This rolls out across the US this summer. So here's what this means for you. If your business information isn't accurate and structured properly, your business doesn't get surfaced. Your Google Business Profile optimization has always mattered, but it matters now more than ever if you're a local service business. Your hours, services, service areas, reviews, it's all being scanned by AI agents who are making real-time decisions about whether to recommend your business or not. So this update may literally make or break your entire business. The third update, generative UI in Search. So Google introduced generative UI in Search. This means Search can now build custom interactive layouts, tables, graphs, simulations, and trackers on the fly in response to a single query. So here's what this means for you. If someone asks Google to help them plan a remodel, it can now build them a live tracker with budgets, timelines, and recommendations all within search results. So they don't even have to visit your website anymore. So the only content that's going to survive is the content that AI itself cannot generate, but only regurgitate. So this is real data, real case studies, real expertise, real points of view that, again, AI cannot replicate. So generic blog posts that you've been creating are completely done. Those are the main updates, which it doesn't even feel right to say update because this is just a complete change in Google Search. And it's less of a search engine now and more like a large language model similar to ChatGPT. So what do you need to do about this right now to make optimizations to get at the forefront of this? The first thing is optimizing your Google Business Profile like your life depends on it, because it very well might. AI agents, like I mentioned, are going to be calling your businesses to check availability. So if your information is wrong, you will get skipped entirely. So here's what to do. First thing to do, make sure your business profile information is 100% accurate. Your photos, your reviews, your website, your hours of operation, phone number, locations, services, and main service category, even your description, make sure everything is in tip-top shape for Google. Number 2, your reviews. Make sure you're generating 2 to 5 new reviews that are keyword rich every single week. 2 to 5 is just the minimum, but you should be aiming for even more than this. Google's AI is not just looking for 5-star reviews, they're looking for reviews that have words and text within them that match what a customer's query or search is. So for example, if a review says, amazing kitchen remodeling in Denver, highly professional staff, would recommend to anyone in the Denver area. This is a keyword-rich review, and Google is more likely to recommend it to more people in that area. Number 3, implement a structured data schema markup. Schema markup is a code that you put into the backend of your website that tells Google's AI exactly what you do. Like I mentioned, without it, Google essentially has to guess. There's 4 main types of schema markups that you should be adding to your website, which are local business schema, service schema, fax schema, and a review schema. If you're unsure of how to do this, just search up on YouTube how to implement a schema markup to your website, or just hire someone to do it for you. Schema markups used to be an optional thing or a nice to have when it came to SEO and search engines, but that's simply not the case anymore. This is the only way to communicate with Google's AI agents in a language that they understand. Structured data is not an optional extra anymore. It's how you communicate directly with AI agents in the language they understand. Third is the contents of your website. Instead of just optimizing for short tail searches like Vancouver HVAC repair, it needs to be more conversational, more informational based and question based searches that you need to write blog posts about. And these blog posts cannot be generic, just AI generated topics. They have to be real questions that your customers are asking you so that you can feed AI, Google's AI agents, that information. So an old blog post that might have worked would be something like best HVAC repair in Vancouver, like I mentioned. But in the new era of AI search on Google, you need to have something like, what is the price for emergency HVAC repair in Vancouver? And these blog posts can't just be a couple hundred words anymore. It should be over 1,500 words with things like average cost ranges, what affects the price, how to know if it's an emergency, what to expect when a technician arrives, how to choose an HVAC company. Your website needs to speak in full scenarios and not just keywords. Here's the reality. Most businesses are still optimizing their websites the way they did in 2022. Short keyword, generic blog post, basic on-page SEO. That approach is losing effectiveness month by month. The businesses that adapt to Google's new AI search mode in the next 6 months are going to pull significantly ahead of the competitors who don't. This isn't going to be a slow shift, and you do not have time to waste on this. AI mode went from its launch to over 1 billion users in the first year, and AI queries and searches are doubling every single quarter. The businesses that show up correctly in this new search environment are going to get a disproportionate amount of the traffic from their competitors. And the ones who don't are gonna wonder where all of their organic traffic went. So the gap between businesses who understand AI and optimize for it and who don't is going to widen completely. So here's the bottom line. No, SEO is not dead, even though people seem to think that it is. Searches are still happening on Google, and they will continue to happen, but the way that they are happening and the way Google recommends information and businesses to customers is changing completely. And so if you're not optimizing for it, you will be invisible. So the 3 things you need to do right now are answer full questions, not just keywords, in the form of your blog post, and upload those on a weekly basis. Optimize your Google business profile for accurate information, keyword-rich reviews, and weekly updates. Implement structured data or schema markup to your website so AI agents understand your business. The competitors who figure this out first, which is you right now, are going to dominate in their respective markets. And if you are a local business, you want to make sure that this gets done properly. And if you don't want to do this yourself, you want an expert to implement it for you, then click the link below and book in a call with me so that your business gets recommended by Google's new AI search over your competitors. Either way, thanks for watching this video. Good luck, and I'll catch you in the next one.